Hey guys, so it's currently basically winter where I live, and so my tanks are getting pretty cold. And that's not really normal. Where I live, it's normally always really warm, and so my tanks usually don't need heaters. My tanks normally don't drop below like 74, 72 degrees. So this tank is currently in our kitchen, and so it's subject to the most temperature change in this big room because it gets colder in here more than it does our bedrooms. So in my bedroom where the other tanks are, they stay pretty warm. I don't need to add a heater to most of those tanks, but this tank definitely does need a heater, and that is what we are doing today. So I went ahead and picked up an Aqueon Preset 50 watt heater, and today I'm going to show you my little quick review on it and my setup. So this tank currently is like 68, 67 degrees, so it is pretty cold for a tropical tank. The fish have zero signs of illness. They're still happy, they're still eating, they're still doing great. As I mentioned, all my other tanks are still really warm. All my other tanks, like my beta tanks or beta tanks that I don't have heaters in, they're running right now at about 74, which is still pretty good. I don't need to add heaters to them. But this is one that I have been monitoring because it has been dipping pretty low at night in the early mornings because it gets cold at night. So I did decide to go ahead and pick up a heater like I mentioned. This one was, I think, $11 on Amazon. It is the Aqueon Preset one. I like the Preset one because it's so small. I have a 200 watt Preset one in my cichlid tank and it works great. It's designed to keep the tank at 78 degrees. I just dropped it. Preset to 78 degrees and up to 20 gallons. This is a 15 gallon tank and I wanted the 50 watt version because it was smaller than the 100 watt version. So we're going to go ahead and open up the box, which is pretty simple. I mean, there's only one thing in there, and that is the heater. Oh, two things, the heater and the suction cup. So I really like these heaters because, like I said, they're so tiny. This is a 50 watt heater. Like, that's crazy how small that is. Let me see if I can get it in better lighting. But basically, for 11 bucks, a preset 50 watt heater like this, you can't beat this. I love these Aqueon heaters. I find they work great. And so today I'm basically just going to install it real quick. It's super simple. It comes with a suction cup right here. Just put the suction cup on the back like so. Place it in the tank and plug it in. So the tank currently is about 68, 67 degrees. So I'm going to go ahead, plug it in, just get it in the tank, and then see how long it takes to bring it back up to 78, which is 10 degrees. So we're just going to see what this heater automatically heats up to. What it says is 78 could be different from what the thermometer says. So we're going to do a little accuracy test as well. The heater installed. As you can see, I really like that low profile. It's really small, and it doesn't really get in the way. So that's one thing I really like about it. So I'll be back when the tank is at that 78 it claims. So I've had the heater in for about 5 days, and it has not turned off the entire time. So that basically means that I need a bigger heater. My heater is underpowered. So I went ahead and just picked up the Tetra 100 watt heater, which is right down there, right there. I'm going to return the 50 watt heater to Amazon, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the Tetra heater, and we're going to see how that one does compared to the Aqueon. I didn't get the Aqueon 100 watt heater because it was like $6 more. This one was only $11. So that's the one I went with. I'm going to go ahead and switch them out, return the 50 watt, and then we'll see how the Tetra 100 watt does. So now we have the 100 watt heater installed. It's a little bit bigger than the 50 watt, bigger than I would like, but it's just what's needed. So I'll be back in a few days and we'll see how this one's going. Alright, so it's a little bit later, and as you can see, the Tetra heater, the light has turned to green, and that means it's at the temperature it needs to be at, which is preset to 78 degrees. So personally, I think the 100 watt was just the way to go. For both of these heaters, I will give them like 4 stars out of 5. The Aqueon heater, I actually have an Aqueon 200 watt preset heater, and I like it quite a bit, but I don't like that it's set at 78. I wish both of these were set at 76. I feel like 78 is unnecessarily high. I feel like it would be just fine at 76, and it would save some energy too. But for the price, you can't beat them. I think both of them are great heaters, and I think you won't regret picking one of them up. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.